Hey guys, it's Tinashe. So in today's video, I thought I would do a video of all my microloc regrets so far. So if you've been following my journey, I started doing my microlocs last August. Oh no, it's 2021 August was when I initially installed them. I'll put the video up somewhere of when I actually did that. I initially did it because I was pregnant and I didn't want to have a high maintenance hair routine postpartum. So that has since worked out brilliantly. I should obviously say that I love my locks. Like, they're the best thing that I've ever done on my hair. I've had regular locks before, but I love the microlocs. However, there are a couple of things that I kind of have observed. Some are self-inflicted, some are just the way it is. So I'm just gonna go through those. So the first thing is the size that I did. I chose to go with like a medium size. Yeah, like you can see that they're not like super thin. Like some people's, like some of my favorite microloc people have super thin microlocs, and so therefore they seem more dense than what I do have on my hair. And I regret not going thinner than I did. And I think I was afraid at the time that if I go super small, then they're gonna get too stringy or something like that, which is a risk. Like sometimes people end up combining their locks because of that. I regret the size. I would have definitely gone smaller, and I would have definitely gone more consistent. So I think because I did this by myself, and I also did it over a course of a couple of days, I think, and I was pregnant like in my last trimester, so there's some parts which you can tell I wasn't patient enough. So some parts are bigger than others. I don't know, like this size, for example, looks different than this one. I don't know, like some of them look different. Okay, I'm happening to just hold the thin ones, but yeah, they're not all the same size. So these two locks are not the same. Anyway, so yeah, so the consistency of the size and the sizing, you can always go bigger. So like the reality is you can combine your locks. Yes, it will slow your budding journey, but you can always go bigger, but you can't go smaller. Like I can't make these smaller than they are. The second thing that I definitely regret in some way is the starting with the two-strand twist method. So rather than interlocking, I think if you interlock, the consistency of your lock is obviously way more consistent. So like let's say I don't know, any lock that I have, you'll see that I have this sort of density here like this. So this is all interlocked, all this part is interlocked, and then the bottom part here is the twist. So they don't have like a nice sort of like feel to them. I don't know whether they will eventually like just become like the same consistency throughout, but you can definitely tell that all the interlocked bits are thinner, and then it gets, you know, super puffy at the ends. And that's because I used two separate methods. Maybe it was a good thing because obviously the two-strand twist method makes my ends look much fuller, maybe. But point is, I just don't like the way it looks with the texture of my lock. Like it's just bumpy, and then this is super thin. And then the next thing that I regret, even though I am about to color my hair again, is putting color in my hair without really knowing how to do it. I was just kind of, oh, let me just do this. So I first used a Lush henna or henna to dye my hair. I think I have a video with that. It didn't really do anything for my hair, to be honest. And then it also put like a bunch of like residue in my locks, so it took a while for them to come out. Like it took a number of, I don't know, washes for the sort of like residue to fully leave my lock. And the second dye that I used was the Dark and Lovely box dye, and I think I have a video of that as well. And with that I also forgot that I need to know what I'm doing before I install. With the Dark and Lovely box dye, I forgot to research first. If you have experience with hair dyeing and hair coloring, please educate me, because sometimes it's like maybe the box dye is actually worse than doing it the DIY professional way. Because the reality is I'm not willing to pay like $500 to color my hair. No. I should be, but I'm not that invested in the thing. So I do regret coloring my hair without doing my research, and I think my hair didn't necessarily suffer from it. I think it surprisingly, you know, stayed healthy and fine, but I think it's because of the hair routine that I have that allowed it to stay that way. The next regret that I have, which I should have maybe even mentioned at the top of this video, is my parting. So I have a couple of good side parts. Right now I haven't retied my hair, so it looks kind of like this. But the point is, I've got a couple of good side parts, like here. All my side parts are perfect, like different layers of side parting that I did or whatever, so that's great. But I did a horrible job at the middle part, because I never wear a middle part. Like when I used to braid my hair, when I was a loose natural, I just never used to wear a middle part. I find that it makes me look weird, or I thought it did, and so I didn't even spend time sort of like making one. So let me see if I can show you guys what my horrible middle part looks like. I don't know. I don't even have one, so it's not even coming out naturally because I don't have a middle part. I mean, I do, but it's not like, you see, it kind of goes in a crookedy way. But I regret not doing that, because I know that I'm gonna regret not having a real middle part, and there's really nothing I can do about it. Like, it'll always look crooked or whatever, and I will never really have the option of wearing my hair in a middle part, which the more my hair is growing out, the more I feel interested in wearing a middle part. Go figure. And I don't have one. The other regret I have so far is really about maintenance. Yes, microlocs are awesome in that you don't need to do much to take care of them, but it's still your hair. You need to give it some love as consistently as possible. And really, it's not even about product and all that fancy stuff. It's just about having some type of routine where you wash your hair, you moisturize your hair, you know, wear a bonnet consistently and that sort of thing. For the first couple of months, I think after I had my son, I just kind of didn't even think about my hair. So I used to wash my hair, but I wasn't consistent about when I was washing it. I wasn't consistent about spritzing my hair, like moisturizing it and that sort of thing. So I think my hair would be way softer and like way healthier if I had been consistent from the get-go. So I really, really encourage you, if you're thinking of getting microlocs, to just have that routine built in. Just because you're becoming locked, it doesn't mean that your hair doesn't need the same love that you were giving your loose natural. Yes, it's super, it's night and day in terms of like, you're not like using all these crazy products and blah, 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 but you still need to spritz your hair every morning if you can, or every couple of days and stuff like that. You still need to think about what moisture sources you're giving your hair. And then most importantly, the other regret that I have is not wearing a bonnet, which is tied to maintenance, is that the back of my hair has lint till this day that I'm not able to get out. Well, I haven't tried, but like, let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can. Yeah, you see? I have lint in my hair. And most of this lint is because the first couple of months I was not wearing a bonnet whatsoever. Like, I was in hospital for a couple of months after I gave birth. I stayed at home. I would just be like sleeping without a bonnet. Like, why? You know? So you, like, I think my entire back basically has lint. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you can super see it, but yeah, so much lint. I will see you guys in the next video because I am doing a couple of videos today because I'm coloring my hair. So stay tuned for those videos. If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up the video. It really helps me a lot. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.